First of all, I'd like to appreciate the fact that Mr. Emin Singh is finally accepting responsibility and saying there should be prosecutions. The question is, why have there been no prosecutions until now? Until all these revelations came before us, there was a denial mode that the police had and the government had. And but for the fact that the matters were there in the Supreme Court and then some of us continue to investigate, even today the police would be turning a blind eye.
Mr. Singh?
No, I can't say police will be turning a blind eye. Now, I think the government has ordered some inquiry and some special courts are being set up. No, that's fine. It's okay because of the pressure. But some action has been taken. The government's bona fide cannot be questioned always and for all the times.
Right.
See, the government is as much interested in taking action against the guilty police officers as anybody else. But it has to be a fair justice to all.
Right. Let me just
people who are fired upon. But people who are fired upon, there have been murder cases slapped on them.
Like, for example, will you give me some example?
In the Hari Masjid case, in the case of Nikhil Kapse, this person, Farooq Mapkar, he was fired upon, he was saying his prayers, he was fired upon, and he's been charged for murder, for rioting. He was taken to a lockup, he was kept 17 days in a lockup without medical aid.
Let me cut you short here. Let me tell you. You are only telling half the truth and not the complete truth.
Tell us the other side.
I understand that this gentleman, about whose name you have just mentioned, is one of the accused in the Hari Masjid riot case, and that case against him is still going on. So let us not pass a judgment. Let us wait for the trial court's verdict, and then you pass a judgment.
Right.
See, he is himself an accused in that case. Now, whether he was rightly prosecuted or wrongly prosecuted, neither you nor I am competent to pass a judgment on that.
Right.
You have to wait for the court's judgment.
Okay.
I think whether it is Farooq Mapkar or whether it is the witnesses of the Tyagi firing at Usman Suleiman Bakery, the police has deliberately filed cross cases against them so that they are terrorized into silence.
But Tista Serilvat, there will be another side, the 92 riots in particular, the December 92 riots. Muslims did come out on the streets. There was also some evidence of the Muslim underworld. I use the word Muslim underworld very consciously. Members of the underworld from the who were Muslims who also were involved in the violence.
Certainly,
now you cannot deny that.
They should be prosecuted.
So it was a difficult situation that the Mumbai police was dealing with.
Whoever was responsible from whichever community ought to be prosecuted. But the Hari Masjid incident, Rajdeep, was in January. And the fact is that Mr. Kapse, in his cross-examination before a lower court, has admitted there was no mob, has admitted there was no rioting. Why did he enter inside a masjid and kill 6 people?
But you accept that a riot is a more complex situation, therefore both sides, whether there were Muslims out on the streets who were responsible for violence as well as police officers, both should face conviction.
Absolutely, but also the people who provoked Bombay after the Babri Masjid demolition and were allowed to have victory processions by the Bombay police.
Okay, before we go, Emin Singh, we are going to be joined by the politicians later, so before I let you go, just a final word, sir. As someone who's been Mumbai's top cop, do you feel a sense of shame today that in a sense, unless these police officers who are guilty are prosecuted and convicted, really the people of Mumbai will never, those who are victims of the riots, will never fully have a sense of closure?
Well, I'll be very frank, Rajdeep. I do feel ashamed at the behavior of the policemen who used abusive language and who showed communal bias in dealing with the communal disturbances of 92-93. And I strongly feel that they should be punished. They should be brought to book even now if it is possible. These policemen behaving in a partisan manner, biased manner, they have brought a shame to the police force. There is no doubt about it. And I stand for strong action against all those people. There is no denying. But let me tell you that it is wrong to say that no action has been taken. It is wrong to say that the entire police force of Mumbai was communalized. And I would also like to say that the society at large, the country at large has to think the entire Indian society was divided on communal lines because of the certain communal politics being pursued by some people. And if in such a situation, I don't think anybody, including policemen or including people in the media, are free from all this.
So you believe that the policemen are as guilty as the rest of society when the virus of communalism spreads. Tista Serilvat, Emin Singh, thanks very much. But you've mentioned politics. After the break, we're going to look at the politics of what happened in Mumbai. Why did the political leaders get away? Meanwhile, please send in all your responses to our website, IBNLive4. What do you think should happen to the guilty of 1992-93 Mumbai riots?